Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and it is time for Rainbow Crush, a hop where we get a color for the month and try and have it be 70% of the color on our layout. I am pretty sure that I have accomplished that. Obviously, this month is yellow. I had these pictures pulled out last month for green and decided on this random moment, I got a thought that I have this brick stencil from Scrapping Reflections, and I could do a yellow brick background for these Wizard of Oz pictures. And I was so excited, I had to set it aside and make a note for myself because Lord knows I'd forget. So I have some background papers, some yellow papers from 49 and Market, some embellishments from 49 and Market, my stencils, some inks, my pictures. So let's see how this goes. So I'm going to start with this dingy, not dirty, dingy stencil. It is dingy on purpose. So it's not full on dirty. I did wipe off most of the black soot, but I did not clean it like with soap and water. I just kind of wiped it off with a paper towel that was a little damp because I wanted a little of that dingy when I started pushing the squeezed lemonade in, and then finish off kind of around the edges with the fossilized amber. I wanted it to be kind of splotchy and not like pristine and bright, brilliant yellow, because a yellow brick road has been walked on and is not pristine and lovely. So I really just wanted some texture and some color. Well, not really a lot of texture, but to bring out the different aspects, and I love how this turned out. I trim it down to where the ink goes all the way from top to bottom, not completely everywhere, but that it's not looking like I have a big chunk somewhere missing. So then I take my black soot and splatter the Distress Oxide in a couple of different places just to kind of fill in a little bit of the white, but just also to give a little bit more of a grungy look. So I get that down. I decided I wanted to matte this layout, so that's when I trimmed it down, matted it on black, very thin border of black, and then matted it on this coordination paper. I did test out a few other papers like a basil and like a glittery paper. None of them looked right to me. This one looked the best, and I love the drastic difference between that white, then the black, and then that yellow. I did back matte my pictures with black. They already were framed in white. I cannot figure for the life of me how to select using a white border on my HP Inspire and how not to. I have tried to figure that one out. I just let the HP and God decide if my pictures are going to have a white border around them. So anyway, after I get my pictures down, and they are just simply matted that one time, I start tucking in all the different things. I had one little paper. It's like a little rectangle from the back of packaging from Spectrum Sherbert. I believe most of these are from Spectrum Sherbert and not Spectrum Gardenia, because I don't think there's as much yellow in Gardenia. So anyway, the little embellishment bits, the tickets, the little piece of paper, the film strips, I just tuck everything in. I put this little piece of notebook paper with a little notebook tearing up at the top, and then I've got a couple little tags, one that says right here right now, and then a couple of little tickets that I put in a couple places. A couple. I just said that like 15 times. I do have this little word dream. It came from an Echo Park chipboard frame thing that I have that I probably got it Tuesday morning. And then I also have this Love Your Smile, which came from the 49 Market collection. I'm so sorry. I had to get a drink of water. Now, I just start tucking everything in. I did pull another little thing out of, I think it was a, excuse me, either Simple Stories or Echo Park, and it just says Love This. It's a little oval, and I'm going to tuck that up there next to the ticket. And then I do have a little label or tag that's going to go right above the picture of my daughter dressed as a munchkin, and I'm going to use that for the date. And then I think the only other thing is I have a couple of stickers that came from, that's my chair. My chair drives me crazy, and I really need to get a new one, y'all. It's a Heidi Swap sticker sheet, and I think it came from my lovely friend Tara, the paper snob. Could have come from my friend Zelly. They both have sent me boxes of goodies lately and had lots of fabulous things in them, and They spoil me rotten. But anyway, I pull a little heart and a little star from the sticker sheet, as well as this little circular bit that I'm going to put up at the top. And it's the only thing that really has any color other than yellow, black, and white. And obviously pictures. And it just says, "Go ahead, be beautiful." And I thought that was very fitting, very perfect. And then I pull from, I think it was from a Paper Studios sticker set. I was going to say sheet and set. Be careful with those words mixing together. Anyway, it says "Follow Your Heart," and I put that down in the bottom right corner. I thought that would be a good, I could use that as my title, or "Love Your Smile," either one. I thought with the brick road, the "Follow Your Heart" was a pretty good title. I do put my journaling on here, and just wrote Katie and Natalie were in the 5th grade play of The Wizard of Oz. It was so good, and they played their parts brilliantly, and then put the date up at the top. I really love how this turned out. Sometimes when you scrap like I do with no plan and just kind of winging it, things don't turn out necessarily the way you want. But I love the stenciling and how this layout turned out. So I'm super thrilled with it. I hope you'll go check out everybody else who's hopping along with Rainbow Crush. I love that Tara is doing this so that we can continue to use up all these random embellishments and things. I would love it if you give me a thumbs up if you like my video and or my layout. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Hope you'll come back and see me again very soon. Have a wonderful day. I hope you have get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love. And happy scrapping.